At 1 o'clock sharp the composer sits down to his dinner. It is a plain and simple meal, to suit his homely tastes, but he has an excellent appetite, is pleased with all that may be set before him, and invariably sends a message of thanks to the cook by way of Alexis. After dinner, be it wet or fine, he starts off on another walk. He has read that if a man would keep in health, he must walk not less than 2 hours a day. As before, he goes entirely alone. Even a dog would be an intrusion upon his solitude. He goes round the garden and inspects with supreme delight the progress of his many plants. What a pleasure it is, he murmurs to himself, to watch them growing, and to see daily, even hourly, new blossoms coming out. The garden is a mass of flowers. I simply swim in an ocean of delightful impressions. Their luxuriant bloom and glow of color is ineffably refreshing to his soul. He bathes and basks, as it were, in their opulent beauty. He tries to make up for the little knowledge or experience he has of horticulture by the sedulous zeal with which he potters about after his flowers in all weathers, always over anxious about them, whether on hot days or cold nights. Now he passes on towards the forest, through the millet field which lies beyond the garden, and as the warmth of the summer afternoon, steeped in golden languor, and the full-tide loveliness of the world at large, permeate his quick susceptible senses, Tchaikovsky suddenly falls upon his knees in an impulse of overwhelming joy and gratitude, and gives God audible thanks for such great and overwhelming happiness. Arrived within the forest, he continues his delight by devoting himself to the one outdoor pursuit which he adores above all others. Mushrooming contains for him the germs of all excitement. The manner in which one first catches sight of a plump white mushroom is simply fascinating. So he has confided to his friends. Passionate card lovers may experience the same feeling when they see the ace of trumps in their hands. All day long, if I could, I would wander in the forest and bring home quantities of mushrooms. All night long I dream of large, pink, fat mushrooms. These mushroomy dreams, I'll know, are very childish, but in truth one would become wholly a child again if one lived long enough with nature. As he goes, with a sharp eye ransacking every possible locale for his prey, he stops occasionally to make observations of ants or other busy insects, and he recites aloud, for his own entertainment, as a rule in French, or improvises some dramatic scene, or thinks out operatic schemes. Under normal circumstances, he declares, there is no hour of the day at which he cannot compose, but the preliminary accessories of composition, so to speak, the planning out of some important work, necessarily occupy a certain amount of time. Often he roams the garden for hours, distrait and discontented, because he cannot grasp the evasive thought which is forever just out of reach before him.